Hello friends, I am Akash and we are going to see the comparison of rational numbers. But before that, we need to understand how to compare the normal numbers or integers. Here are some basic rules of comparing the numbers. Let's see. The first rule is that a positive number is always greater than a negative number. Remember this. A positive number is always greater than a negative number. So here we have taken two examples. The first example is that -5 and 2. Who is greater? 2 is greater. 2 is greater than -5. 15 and -20. 15 is greater than -20. Here we can say that the positive number is always greater than negative number. The positive number is always greater than negative number. The second rule is that 0 is always greater than a negative number and lesser than a positive number. 0 is always greater than a negative number and always lesser than a positive number. So here also we have taken two examples, 3 and 0. You can easily find out that positive 3 is greater than 0, and here we can say that 0 is greater than -7. Means 0 is always greater than a negative number and lesser than a positive number. Third rule, a number at the left hand side is always lesser than a number at the right hand side. A number at the left hand side is always lesser than a number at the right hand side. Sir, which one is left hand side? Which one is right hand side? This one is left hand side and this one is right hand side. Consider your sides and compare these numbers on the number line. Let's take two examples. Here we have given 9 and 11. Between these two numbers, you can find out easily that who is greater. 11 is greater because both are positive. 9 is at the left hand side, 11 is at the right hand side. But in negative numbers, how we shall compare? -12 is at the right hand side and -17 is at the left hand side. So the number at the left hand side is always lesser than a number at the right hand side. So -12 is greater than -17. In negative numbers, we have to pay attention. The number which seems lesser, it is actually greater if we compare two negative numbers. It will help you to understand the comparing of rational number. Thank you. So the next part is comparison of rational numbers. Suppose if A by B is a rational number and C by D is another rational number, then what will be the condition between them? The first condition is that if a given numbers have same denominators, like shown here, the denominator is 12, denominator 12. The first number has denominator 120, second number also has the denominator 120. First number has denominator 50, second number also has the denominator 50. Like this. Means if given numbers have same denominator, then compare the numerators. Means we did not do cross multiplication, we did not do compare the denominators, we need to compare only numerators, these two numbers which is at the A position and C position. We have to compare A and C. So let's compare. Here we have taken some examples. Example number first, 7 by 12 and 4 by 12. Who will be the greater? Let's compare these numerators, 7 and 4, because their denominators are same. So who is the greater, 7 or 4? Obviously 7 is greater. So we can write this sign here. Next one, 21 by 120 and negative 15 by 120. The denominator is same. So we shall compare the numerators. But already we have seen the positive number is always greater than negative number. So here positive 21 is greater than negative 15. So the number 21 by 120 is greater than negative 15 by 120. Next one, the last example, negative 17 by 50 and negative 10 by 50. Here also the denominator of these two numbers, two rational numbers, is same. So we shall compare only numerators. Let's compare the numerators. First numerator is negative 17, second numerator is negative 10. Then who will be the greater? If both the numbers are negative, then the number appears smaller is in reality greater than the bigger number. So negative 17 is a smaller number. It appears big, but it is not a bigger number. It is smaller number than negative 10. It just appears greater number. So negative 10 upon 50 or negative 10 by 50 is greater than negative 70 by 50. Thank you. So the next condition is that if given numbers have different denominators, like this. In the first example, two numbers we have taken, two rational numbers we have taken, 5 by 7, 9 by 10. Here the denominators of these two numbers are different from each other. In this condition, how we should compare these two numbers? If given numbers have different denominators, then do cross multiplication. Here we have to multiply 5 and 10 and 7 and 9. But it has some rules. We shall see it after some time. Then do cross multiplication and compare the answers. The answer we get after multiplication, they should be compared to compare these two numbers. Left hand side and right hand side. Which side is greater? That side rational number is greater. Let's solve these three examples. Here 5 by 7, 9 by 10. To compare these two, first step, multiply 5 and 10 together. 5 into 10 at the left hand side, and then write the block here. Next step, 7 into 9. Have you understood? 5 into 10 means first left to right, upward to downward, and then second step left to right, downward to upward. 7 into 9. Like this only we have to multiply these numbers. If you do the opposite action, then you will not able to compare these two numbers. So first multiplication 5 into 10, second multiplication 7 into 9. 5 into 10, the answer will be 50. 7 into 9. 7 into 9, the answer will be 63. Then who is greater between them? The right hand side is greater. 63 is greater than 50. If the right hand side is greater, the rational number at the right hand side is greater than the rational number at the left hand side. So the final answer is 5 upon 7 is smaller than 9 upon 10. Next example, negative 8 by 15 and negative 2 by 20. Here also we can see that the denominators are not same. Therefore, we need to do the cross multiplication. First step, like this, negative 8 into 20. Next step, 15 into negative 2. 15 into negative 2. We know that when we multiply a negative number with positive number, we get the answer as negative number. So here we get the answer negative 160. Next, 15 into negative 2, the answer will be negative 30. If both the numbers are negative, then the number appears smaller. In reality, it is greater. So, negative 30 becomes greater than negative 160. The right hand side is greater. Therefore, the final answer is negative 8 upon 15 is smaller than negative 2 by 20. And the last one, 10 by 13 and negative 20 by 50. Here we did not do cross multiply. Why? Because we already know the positive number is always greater than negative number. So directly we can conclude 10 by 13 is greater than negative 20 by 15. This one is negative number and this one is positive number. So positive is always greater than negative. If such kind of example given in the exam, then you can solve it directly. I think you have got better idea how to solve, how to compare two rational numbers. The homework is that you need to solve the practice set 1.2. Thank you.